Instagram is changing, and it seems like it's harder than ever to actually grow your business on Instagram organically. And in fact, you may actually be experiencing a drop in engagement and followers, which can be extremely frustrating. But it is possible to grow an audience and a business using free Instagram strategies, and I'm going to show you how. I'm going to show you my favorite Instagram tips, tactics, and strategies for organic customer generation. So by the end of this video, you'll be able to grow your business on Instagram without buying followers, using bots, or resorting to any other shady practices. So social media's evolved so much from the days of just keeping tabs on your friends. It's also become a really important business tool, obviously. So Instagram is booming, and it's becoming one of the best channels to get leads organically if you play it right. So let's get right into our first tip, which is to build a content strategy. So what you post and when you post it are the two most important elements of any good strategy. So here are some tips on how to create a content strategy that really works. So if you've ever stumbled on accounts that look great, even if you haven't even opened any of the images yet, that is what you call a good content theme. So you want to stick to a theme to make everything cohesive, just like this account. So, see what that looks like. It looks clean and just really something you'd want to browse. And it can either have a color palette or well thought out and curated graphics that make it feel very cohesive, like it's part of a brand. You can even use your brand colors and any other design elements to create templates for your posts. So that way, that's going to make sure your content theme matches your brand. And you also want to decide what kinds of content you'll be posting. So this is going to take the daily pressure off deciding what to post because you've already pre-planned it out. Do you want to post images and videos of your product in action, testimonials from your customers, or behind the scenes looks at how you do what you do? And what about regular feed posts versus stories versus Instagram TV? There's so many options out there, but what I do is I recommend coming up with 3 to 5 general types of posts that you can then sort of cycle between. And that way you'll never be stuck for an idea, and your audience is actually going to come to look forward to the different types of posts that you become known for. All right, next you want to optimize your bio. So your Instagram bio is what your audience is going to see first, and that's why it's important to really make the most of it. First thing you need to do is convert your Instagram profile to a business profile. And doing that is easy. Just go to your settings and link your business's Facebook page, and then you're good to go. So what exactly goes into an optimized Instagram bio? First, you want to choose a photo that speaks for your business. Branding is key here. It can be your logo, as long as it's easy to read and it's adapted to that little round space dedicated for the profile photo. Or if you're, a business coach or a personal brand, someone who uses your name as your brand name, just use a really great photo of yourself. Next, you want to definitely include keywords in your name or your hashtags in your bio description. Then you want to drive people to your offer by putting your landing page link right in your bio. You want to choose the right business category, and you want to dress up your bio a little bit. Rather than saying something like, we're a catering company, you want to say how you're different from the other businesses in your niche. The key here is really getting specific. So tell the problem you solve or the transformation you bring to the table. And one really good thing to do here is use emojis to your advantage, because the characters you get for your bio section is not very long. So really make the most of it with those emojis. They actually bring it to life a little bit more as well. And finally, you get one link, okay? One chance to send people back to your website. So think of where you want to direct people. Is it your homepage? Is it a landing page for a specific offer? Or maybe a link tree that quickly just directs people to a few of your best pages and offers? You've got options here, so weigh it out. And you can always change it later. So for now, just get something there as soon as possible. All right, next is your hashtag strategy. So this gives you the chance to be found by new people searching for your topic. But you don't want to wing it here. Instead, you want to research using the right tags. So what you want to do is start by making a list of your desired keywords Then type them into the search of Instagram, and that's going to start showing you a lot of related tags and how many of each there are. In other words, for any given hashtag, how many other posts are using it. This is going to give you a sense of the competition level involved. And a good strategy here involves using several tags from every level of popularity. So you want some with maybe millions of posts, some with hundreds of thousands, some with tens of thousands, and then really niche ones with maybe 1,000 or less. Just keep them all in a spreadsheet, and then you're gonna just pick out 20 or 30 of the ones that are most fitting for your individual post, keeping that good, healthy mix from all the levels of popularity. And that's what's going to help you get found at every stage in the journey. So the really popular ones will get you found the second you post. Then the less popular ones will kind of keep you around for the long term. All right, next I want to talk about audience-generated content. So there's some good news I have for you. You don't have to create all the content yourself. The best strategy involves using at least some content that comes right from your audience. It can be anything from photos of them enjoying your product or service, could be a video testimonial, anything like that. So what this does for you is it really creates a credibility boost for your brand, acting as social proof that other people have bought from you and like what you had to offer them. So not only can you then repost these on your account for your followers to see, but the people doing that original posting, your audience, their followers are going to see that post, which increases your reach organically, getting you more followers, and then in time, paying customers or clients. But you can't just pray and hope that this happens, especially if you're a small business. You need to offer incentives to get this kind of thing going. It could be special offers or even a freebie of some kind, or you can run a contest. In either case, you want to give them something really specific that they have to do. In other words, don't make them just think of something. Don't tell them, make a post. You want to be very specific of what you want them to post. So say, post this type of photo using this hashtag and then tag us in the post in order to enter. And then as the posts start to come in, all you have to do is share them on your own account. All right, next we have Instagram TV videos. So Instagram has really been pushing their not super newish long-form video platform, IGTV, which lets you post YouTube-style videos that are up to an hour long. So you can make any kind of video, but what's especially cool about IGTV is that it's on Instagram, meaning you can be more off the cuff. You can be less polished with your video content. Great, right? Because that's actually what they come to expect on Instagram. So just think of a great piece of advice, a helpful tip, a behind the scenes peek at something in your business, or even an event or special offer. Just pull out your phone and start shooting. And what's really great about this is in that IGTV description for each video, you can put a clickable link to your landing page or any offer you want to link to. And you put up to 30 hashtags. So in that way, treat it the same as you would a regular post, complete with that hashtag strategy that we talked about before. And these videos can also show up in your feed if you set it up that way. And then what shows up there in your news feed is a 1-minute preview, which basically allows your audience to decide whether or not they want to watch the whole video. So that's why you want to make each second count, because you only have 1 minute to make that good impression. And this leads really nicely into my next tip, which is Instagram Live video. So honestly, one of the best things that's happened to social media and marketing in general is that you can go live. You can do live videos on just about any platform now. And it lets you engage with your audience in real time, which is an amazing opportunity for any business. Live videos make your brand more real, more relatable, like there's a real human being behind the brand. And you can do anything with a live video, right? You can do a live contest with prizes. You can announce a new product or a new service. Or one of my best ways to do this is just a live Q&A where your audience can ask you anything. If you're a restaurant, you can try doing a cooking show, or whatever you do, you can do a tutorial or teach a new skill through a live video. And if you're a content creator who actually relies on engagement, this is your big chance to really get it. All right, next we have Instagram stories. So if you're not using stories yet for your business, you should definitely be paying close attention to me here. There's so much potential in generating leads through stories. And it's another great way to announce new products or highlight a new post or a photo or a video that you've created somewhere else. So what you want to do is post compelling stories that make your audience engage with your content. So some of the things you can do right off the top of my head, basically you can ask your audience a question in one story, then post their responses as follow-ups to that story. Or you can ask them to submit questions to you, and then you answer each one in a separate story video. And I love that one because it just basically keeps the conversation going, and it's basically an endless content generator for you. You can create polls. You can show video or audio snippets of your latest video or podcast episode if you do that. You can even repurpose your existing content into a short version in a video story. There's so many options here. Just get creative. And in a story, you can use up to 10 hashtags. And here's a little pro tip here. You can actually hide your hashtags by blending the font with the solid background of your story, or just shrink it down really small and then add a sticker on top of it. So that way you have the benefit of still being searchable. People can type in a hashtag and you will still be found for it, but it doesn't clutter up the look of your story. Next up, you definitely want to include calls to action whenever you can. So you have to add these calls to action on your captions because this is what's going to make your leads engage with you and ultimately convert. So remember that the link in your bio is basically the one chance you have to get people to go back to where you live, your website. And that's not going to happen if you don't tell people to go there. And remember though, you don't always want to direct people away from Instagram. Actually, most of the time, you just want them to engage with you, which leads to building more of a relationship in a really natural way. So it's always a good idea to end every post with a question, because if you don't ask for engagement that way, people are unlikely to just say something unprompted on their own. You can either add a call to action like that for your audience to engage with your post, or a click the link in my bio type call to action. And what's important with this one is you have to be clear with what your audience to do. Otherwise, it won't be nearly as effective as you want it to be. But I have so much more to share with you about Instagram strategies, so click right here for my favorite tips, tactics, and strategies for making the most of the platform and of your ad spend if you ever want to do Instagram ads. So just click on this link right here, and I'll see you there in a second.